For as much as I talk about being secure within yourself and finding yourself before you try to enter into a relationship, I still get lonely. I still get lonely just like everyone else. I still seek companionship and affection and love. I am human. I do experience these same feelings, and I don't think that that's something that you should be ashamed of. But at the same time, I feel like I have all of these mental barriers, and I have this tendency to tell myself all of the reasons why I can't be in a relationship, as opposed to all of the reasons why I can be in a relationship. And I think that this negative self-talk has definitely played a big part in me never being in a relationship. Now, obviously, that's not something that I'm ashamed of, but I do think that this has something to do with it. And if I don't address this at some point, this negative self-talk is only going to become stronger and stronger and stronger, and I'm going to die alone. So, I feel like I need to make this video to kind of put some of these excuses out there. I need to put these excuses out there so that I can watch this video back and develop more self-awareness. This is basically a ranting video. Now, with that being said, dating as a YouTuber is hard. Okay, I love YouTube. Do not get me wrong. I love YouTube. I would not trade this in for any other job. I don't care about the money, anything. I love doing YouTube. But it does come with its own set of problems, just like any other job. And this is especially true when it comes to my dating life. Okay, I feel like this is something that is hard to relate to if you're not a YouTuber, if you're not a content creator, even if you're not getting paid for it. If you dedicate your time to content creation, you know what I'm talking about with this. It's kind of difficult to develop meaningful relationships when you do YouTube with people that are not also content creators. And that's basically the first reason why I feel like dating as a YouTuber is especially challenging. It's hard to relate to people. It's hard for me to relate to somebody who's in college to be an accountant. It's hard for me to relate to somebody who has no aspirations beyond the 9-to-5 lifestyle. And as I've said in the past, there's nothing wrong with the 9-to-5 lifestyle. If that's what you're doing, then that's cool. But, there's this barrier there. There's this barrier where they'll never understand the struggles that I go through as a content creator. And I'll never understand the struggles that they go through with their life path. If I'm with a girl who is doing a more traditional route, it's very difficult for us to connect on that front. It's very difficult for us to connect on our purposes. And, it's kind of unfortunate because where I live, there aren't many content creators to begin with. But, I just feel like being a content creator, it puts you in a different lane than most people. The next reason why dating as a YouTuber can be especially difficult is because any girl that I talk to is going to know a lot more about me than I know about her. And this can be like a pro or a con depending on how you look at it. On one hand, it's good that she knows me for who I am. And, she can make that decision very quickly if she likes me or not. But at the same time, it creates a very uneven dynamic. A lot of people say that girls like mystery. I feel like everyone likes mystery to an extent. Everyone wants to get to know somebody. That's part of the experience of dating, is getting to know somebody. So if she goes and watches my videos and she just knows everything about me off rip and I don't know anything about her, it's kind of unfair. It's kind of unfair that she knows everything about my life and I don't know anything about hers. And, you could say, just don't post the type of content that you post, just post other things. Well, I used to do that. And that affected my dating situations as well. I used to post Tinder videos and public interviews and a lot of videos that I felt like didn't really represent me as a person. And I think it's very difficult to explain to a girl that those Tinder videos on my channel do not represent who I am. And I think that threw a lot of girls off because, of course I could tell them that that's not me. But imagine if you were dating a girl who does YouTube and you go on her channel and you see her posting those same types of videos that I used to post, those Tinder videos, smash or pass, rate me 1 to 10. How would you feel? That's a red flag. That is a red flag. But, obviously over time, they would realize that I'm actually not like that. And I think that would throw them off even more and maybe make them even more confused and turn them off to me. I don't know. These are questions that I still ask myself to this day. But I just feel like, as a YouTuber, this is a sacrifice that you're going to have to make. And you can't hide your YouTube channel. It's basically impossible for me to hide my YouTube channel because really all she needs is my name. She can just find my name and look my channel up. Or she could find my Instagram and, she can find my channel from there, or my Twitter or any other social media. It's basically impossible at this point to hide my channel. And, I don't ever hide my channel from anyone. I'm very adamant about telling them about my channel and showing them my channel when we first start talking. You can ask any girl I ever talked to before, they knew about my channel within like the first day of us interacting. Whether I had 200 subscribers or 2,000 subscribers, I would always tell them about my channel because I wanted to make sure that they were not clout chasers, that they were not with me because they thought I was famous. And that right there, that is the next reason why dating as a YouTuber can be difficult, is because you have to avoid clout chasers and gold diggers, okay? They are out there. Not all women are like this, but there are women out there that are like this. And I feel like the only way to really distinguish a gold digger and a clout chaser from somebody who actually likes you for you is intuition. At the end of the day, it's intuition. And looking back on it, I think I have a pretty good sense of the girls that only wanted to be with me for, YouTube and money, and the girls who actually appreciated me for who I was. Your average man who is working a 9 to 5 doesn't have to worry about clout chasers, because you probably don't have much clout. And I don't even like to use the term clout because I don't think of this as clout. I'm trying to build a legacy here. This goes a lot deeper than the numbers. This is about how I can change people's lives. But unfortunately, not everyone is going to see it that way. Some people are going to see a number attached to my name and assign arbitrary value to that number, and thus assign arbitrary value to me in their eyes. And that brings me into my next reason why dating as a YouTuber is more difficult, is I feel this unnecessary internal pressure to find love early on in my career. I feel like I want to find a girl who can hold me down while I'm not at the top yet. And that way when I get to the top, I'll know and be secure enough to know that she is not with me for what I have and what I do. She's with me for who I am. And, that right there, that's put me in some very unfortunate situations where I tried to rush things with basically every girl. I have this tendency to try to rush into love too quickly because I want to find a girl who I know likes me for me. And, that's difficult. That's difficult because when you rush things, they usually don't end up well. They usually don't turn out very well. And, that's something that I've had to deal with in the past. I've went through a lot of pain because of this, because I try to rush into things because I'm insecure. And I need to know that a girl likes me for me. And I need that validation. I think that's really what it is now that I'm saying it out loud. But, truth be told, I think a lot of people think this way though. I think a lot of people who are in this type of industry and on this career path think like that. They want to find a girl to hold them down before they get to the top. But on the flip side of that, I interact with way fewer girls than the average person does because I don't have a job. YouTube is my job, thankfully. Like I said, I would not trade this for anything else. But YouTube is my job. I'm not in college. I don't interact with girls like that. And looking back on it, that was the reason why I got on Tinder in the first place, is because there were like months going by where I would not talk to a single girl. And when I say talk to, I don't mean like romantically. I mean like just walking by a girl and saying hi. Months would go by without me talking to any girls at all. And it was freaking me out. I was like, dude, this is not okay. Like, this doesn't feel good. I feel like there's this common misconception about YouTubers where people feel like girls are just throwing themselves at the YouTubers. It's not like that. Especially for me. Most of my subscribers are dudes. It's like 95% men. So I don't just have girls hitting me up like that. And I don't go out much because a lot of the time I'm either filming these videos or I'm editing these videos, researching topics to make videos about. I don't get out much. I do not get out much, and that's a sacrifice that I have to make. And even when, I was making content where I was interacting with girls, when I finally get cuffed up, when I find a girl that I want to be with, now I can't make that type of content anymore. And people might call me a simp or beta for that, but that's just respect. You know, if you had a girl, you wouldn't want her making rate me 1 to 10 videos if you're with her. How would that make you look? How would that make you feel? You would feel some type of way about that. And I think a girl would be justified in feeling some type of way about me doing these public interviews with all of these girls and going out and trying to get girls' numbers and stuff for videos or doing Tinder videos. And a lot of the girls that I used to talk to, they said that that was okay with them. But there's no way. There's just no way that was okay with them. It can't be. You know, anybody who has self-respect would not be okay with that. And, you know, you could say that I could just make videos with my girlfriend instead if I had a girlfriend. And that is true, but I want to keep my relationship private. You know, I don't want a couples channel. I used to want that. I used to want to be like a YouTube power couple, but I don't want that anymore. You know, I just want somebody to hold me down. Like, that's it. You know, I feel like a lot of YouTube couples don't usually end up lasting because when you mix love and business together, things usually don't turn out well. So just know that, you know, in me making these videos, I am sacrificing a lot. I am sacrificing a lot because I know that if I just went the traditional route, I could have had a girlfriend by now, for sure. You know, but I want this more. This means a lot more to me than any relationship I could have with just one person.